so much for joining us here on Maisha Prime Women Talk, where real women engage. I'm your host, Rida Tibet Karing, and you can follow this program on our social media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Maisha Television Kenya, Instagram and Twitter at Maisha TVKE. You can also send your feedback, your question on 0746 999 841. And much appreciation for everyone who has been sending messages to 0746 999 841. Your feedbacks, your questions, I really appreciate. Continue doing so. My name is Rida Tibet Karing, and I'm joined by Irene Mumbo-Bushebi, and I'm not going to introduce her. I'll give her the time to do so.
Thank you so much. My name is Irene Mumbo-Bushebi, and I am a pastor's wife, so it means I'm a pastor. I'm a counselor. I'm a Bible school teacher as well, and a leader also in the women ministry in the church. So that's how I can say. And I'm also a mother of 4.
Yeah, you almost forgot that. Yeah. So Irene is going to help me talk about the topic of today, and our topic is women and gossip. Wanawake na mdomo. Inaitwa kwa Kiswahili gossip. Inaitwa fitina. Yeah, fitina. Wanawake na fitina. So women and gossip. And Irene, before even delve further into today's topic, can you maybe tell our viewers what is gossip? Kuna mtu aelewe gossip ni nini in a layman's language?
Gossip is a conversation that usually is very casual sometimes, but it is a conversation that is unconstrained in terms of we don't control ourselves in what we are saying, and then it is about other people, not us. The people who are speaking to each other, but other people. And what we are talking about other people is something that has not been confirmed whether it is true or not. Okay? So it is a casual conversation that we are having over other people, and then we are talking about issues that are not confirmed whether they are true or not. Yeah. So basically we are just talking about them, and whatever we are saying cannot be proved to be true. So we are just saying because maybe I'm feeling like, I have to tell Chebet what's going on, yeah. So
yeah, you're a Bible trainer and also you're a pastor. Can you say that gossip is a sin?
Of course it is, because as the word of God is, the word of God is true. And so when we are talking about something that we are not sure about its truth, we are doing something that is not right. So when we talk about people gossiping, then we are talking about people who are doing against the will of God. So that is sin. And basically when we're talking about sin is something that is somebody doing something that he really knows is not right, but he goes ahead to do it. So that is like rebellion. So anybody talking about another person and they know very well that maybe what they are saying is not right and it's not true, because he or she has not confirmed what he or she is saying. So that is why we are saying it is sin.
And what exactly does the Bible say about gossip?
The Bible talks about this in terms of anybody who is doing this, is making close friends not to be friends again. It's talking about something that is not needed. When you listen to the apostles, those people started the church, they were saying that, basically like Paul is saying, I'm worried that when I come back, I might not, he was talking to a church, that is the church in Corinth, he was telling them that, I'm worried that when I come back, I might not find you as you were, because so much has been going on amongst you. You are gossiping about each other, and many other things that he's listing out there. So what we are trying to say here is that the Bible is talking about these people whom, when you leave them in a certain level, you'll not find them in that same level. They will have gone down because they're talking much about each other. And once that one is done, we know that there's nothing good that can come out of that. And again, if people are just sitting together and talking about each other, it means they are idle. They are not doing something that is really taking their strength out of them. When you are doing something that is very creative, it means you are doing a lot, and you don't have time to sit down and start talking about another. Rather, if you want to talk to the other, then we are talking about those things that will help us do what is here so that we can finish our work. So the Bible is talking about this in terms of, let us not do this, because if we do this, we are not going to remain those people that we are supposed to be in the before God. We are not going to be doing what God wants us to do and continuing to do the same. Yeah.
So in our topic today, we are talking about women and gossip. And out there, many people usually say that women are the can say the most gossipers out there, in your opinion, between men and women? Who do you think gossip more?
Of course, women gossip more. And the reason why they do this is because we find that most of the time, maybe they don't have something that is very creative that they are doing. They do things that they normally do, and then they reach a point where everything is done. Or they just decide not to do what they need to do, and then they go ahead and sit down, start gossiping, because they realize that whatever they are doing, they have been doing it for like every other time, and nothing good is coming out of it. Or all the same, if I do it or if I don't do it, still I will end in the same place. You know, when somebody realizes that, because we find that most women, maybe they sit at home because they don't go work, they don't go job. So you find that they are at home, or they are in a place where they are selling skuma wiki, and they are seated there. So they are just seated. Na pengine watu hawakuji kununua. Kwa hivyo the only thing so you know, there's nothing that is coming out of what they are doing. And so they end up now, we are idling around here. So let's go ahead and do this. And you find that men, when they have some work to do, or when they are seated together, most of the time they are planning on what they need to do. And whatever they're planning must result into something. It will bear some fruit. And so it is something that really motivates them to go ahead and do whatever they are doing. And then they know that whatever they are doing, there's somebody who is also looking up to them, that if this is not done, then we are not going to come from where we are to another level, you see. So men are like, they're kind of, whatever they are doing is very creative, and it's bringing results, rather than what women are doing most of the time, or sometimes it's not something that is bringing any results. And so they're just doing it as normally.
Yeah, and in most cases, whenever you find that women are idle, I think it just comes out automatically. Fitina inaanzia hapo.
And you know that thing, even men, by the way, if men are just given time to just sit there, there's nothing they're doing. They start talking about things that more or less look like gossip. It's only that because they're not used to doing this, they'll not do it good. You know, but women, because they know how to do this, they'll do it good. Yeah.
Yeah, and now in the Bible, you've just said that women are the most gossipers. In the Bible, can you maybe highlight a woman or a character who was a gossiper, and the consequences of that gossip?
Not really. You know, as I've said, you know, gossip is something that goes with some untrue report. And because the Bible is here to tell us the truth, you find that if we look at it from every perspective, you find that it's not very easy to cite out such a thing, you know. Though I can say there were two women who were gossiping at some point. This was Ruth and Naomi, you know. Where Ruth, Naomi was telling Ruth, you know what, now I want you to go and do what I want you to do. She was giving Ruth an assignment to go do. That is in terms of, she wanted Ruth to get herself in a position where she can hook up with Boaz. You know, because she was a widow, and now her mother-in-law really wanted her to get married in the same family, you know. And so she was telling her, you know, I want you to go and do this. So I would say this was kind of a, you know, because it's something like she's trying to tell Ruth that, you know, enda pale, now squeeze yourself, because I know those people are always there. But wewe jaribu sana, ujifinye pale, umake sure umelala mahali karibu na kwa mguu wake, you know. So this is something that she was not very sure where this Boaz will be and how everything will be. Lakini anajaribu tu kumwambia, somehow ninajua unaweza jisqueeze ukaingia pale penye. You know, so that is what I'm trying to bring out in terms of this. And the consequence of this was not very bad, though we can also say not very good, because, you know, at the end of the day, Ruth ended up, you know, getting married to Boaz, who was also married, you know. So some of these things, they ended up into such things, or such relationships, because, you know, there are things that we are really not sure, but we are trying to guess here and there to place ourselves in a position, you know. And when you look at gossip also, you know that gossip, its real function is always to see that our place or our level of insecurity is somehow covered, because it's because of insecurity that we are doing some of the, or saying some of the things we are saying. Yeah, so Ruth ended up being the wife of Boaz, you know. So we can say it was good or not good, you know, to some.
And also there's a sister to Moses.
Miriam. Yeah, you know, now this is very strange, because now Miriam was gossiping with a man. Yeah,
not a woman.
Yeah, we were saying, kwani anaona yeye ndio Mungu anaongea naye, and then again ameenda kuoa mwanamke mweusi, you see. So she was also kind of also saying something, and the consequence was there. In fact, that one was a very elaborate consequence in terms of what we're talking about, in terms of gossip, because we saw what came out. Miriam and Aaron, though Aaron was escaped this because he was one of the servants of God, but Miriam got a severe consequence out of this. Leprosy. Yeah, so gossip is not a good thing, and in the Bible, when you look at it, like you've just given this picture, I think it gives a real picture of what gossip really comes out with. And we've realized that gossip can end us up into a relationship that maybe is not right, and also it can end us up into some their consequences, even in terms of our health, and things like that, because God is not happy with those people who are gossiping.
And I know that you've highlighted this, but in your view, why do women tend to gossip more than men? Is it just an habit, or it's something in nature?
Yeah, we would also say naturally, because you know, women, they have this thing they call sixth sense most of the time. They tend to think that, you know, we are realizing something much more than what we are seeing. And you know, now whatever they are feeling that they are realizing would be something that has not been confirmed to be true, and so they'll end up gossiping because she feels, you know, naona kama huyu si bibi yake, you know, somebody is seated with the wife, or but because maybe the body language maybe might be, and because women are so sensitive to this, so they start saying, I think this is not the wife to be. And you know, wanaanza story, and somebody comes in, hey, inawezekana, I used to know the other, you know, so things come in, you see. So it is because we think we have a sixth sense, which we use maybe not rightfully, because we are using information that is not confirmed to be true. So that is why, because men, whatever they see is what they're seeing, whatever they're dealing with is what they're dealing with. Women, kama vile tumekaa hapa, when I look at everything here, you know, like a man will just see we are seated here, everything is okay, but a woman will start looking into, okay, why is this one here, why is, and hiyo tayari itakuwa story. You see, so that sixth sense that we usually talk about is what brings us to this. Because at the end of the day, we feel that we are so sensitive to issues. And these issues, they are not confirmed sometimes. And then we start talking about it. Basically, we'll be moving up into a gossip.
And now let's go to church. Sana sana conversations mingi kule nje ambayo nimesikia wanasema that mama wa kanisa wanapenda sana kugossip.
Yeah, you know, it is because tuko na wamama from different levels of life, or walks of life, and different backgrounds, ethnic groups, and all that. So everybody is here. And then now one thing that we say is that we are brothers. You know, we belong to the same person. And now when we are here, we start realizing that there are things that are very different about us. And so these things, we've not even confirmed them, but we are assuming we are the same person. And then now we start talking about the weaknesses that we are seeing here. And then that becomes the part of it. So the gossip is all over the church, because we're having women from every other area, maybe from a different ethnic group. Na sasa pengine behavior yake ni tofauti na sisi. Lakini sasa kwa sababu tunataka kujidanganya sisi ni wa mtu mmoja, we sit here together with her, lakini tukienda huko huyu naye wana kaaje. You know, because we feel whatever she's doing is not what we are doing as people from my community. You see? Yeah. So that is where the gossip comes from. You know, pengine ni mtu yeye ni tajiri, ama na sisi wengine pengine tuko kwa level ile ya kawaida. So you know, saa zile tuko together, we are assuming sisi ni the same person. But when we go the other side, ule anapenda kujionyesha, uliona nguo amevaa. Are you seeing? So that is where this gossip thing from the church comes from, because we come from all over, and then we are together, and then there is this one bond that we need to needs to put us together, that is Jesus Christ. So we are here as one. But when we go there, we start citing out our weaknesses or our shortcomings.
Yeah, and you've just said that gossip is a sin. And you say that that is hypocrisy, being in church, pretending that you are saved, you are serving one master who is Jesus, yet on the other hand, you're gossiping.
Yeah, okay, I don't know what I want to tell you, but the truth is, we've seen that the church today, the world is getting into the church because we've given that door. And because if you look at the first church, where the church started at the time of the apostles, you find that these people, they used to really work as one. Everything they used to do, you remember Ananias and Sapphira? Yeah, because they tried doing something like this. Walienda hapo kando wakasema, watu wanataka pesa lakini sisi tunataka tukate hii yetu kidogo tuweke hapo.
Peleke kidogo
you see what happened? They died there. But you know, today it is like tumetumia neema ambayo tumepewa vibaya, because we feel there's a lot of grace. And so we can go ahead and do whatever we want to do and still sit here and nobody will know. Lakini I wish hizo times za wakina Naya zingekuja. Zenye umetoka hapo mmeenda kuongea juu ya vile nimevaa, mkirudi hapa mnaanguka tu hapa. You know, people will. Lakini saa hizi kwa sababu tunaona neema imejaa. So you find that people are doing this, the hypocrisy you're talking about, they are still sinning right inside the church. You know, and they go ahead and, but you know what the Bible talks about this is that, you know what, you are dying spiritually or you are dead spiritually. So you might think you are alive, we are here, we are singing, we are doing everything the same way, but remember, you are dead spiritually, you are no longer there. So God cannot see you in his radar because you're not there. You can only exist there spiritually. So once you are dead spiritually, it means yours is aside. So because people don't understand, they do that. But that is something that need not to be done. We should be like we are saying, if you feel that somebody is having this shortcoming because maybe she's coming from a different community, what we need to do, because we are talking about the truth here, can we come and tell her, so and so, we see this thing, you're doing it, but we, you know, we are not really happy, or we don't really think this is the right way to do it. This person will tell you how they do it and why she's doing it, and you will also try to elaborate to her what she needs to do, you know, and then we'll be moving in the same line. But if we go behind her and start talking about it, you know, it's not right. And so that's why you find there are so many people in the church, they are doing everything that they are doing, and so the church doesn't even have the power that it used to have, because everybody is in their own businesses, you see. As much as we, hapa tuna camouflage, tunasema sisi ni watoto wa mtu mmoja, but when we go the other end, we are trying to put ourselves into our small cocoons, you see. So it's, yes, it's true what you're saying, that there is a lot of gossip in the church and it is sin. And this is what has made the church not to be as strong as it used to. We are not seeing so many people, so many lame people walking, even the dead getting raised. Siku hizi tumejua tu mtu akikufa alikufa, tumepeleka mochari. Si kama wakati ule wanasema amekufa kweli. You know, there could be
kuja naombewa naamka.
Yeah, so we don't have that strength in the church today because of something or such things like gossip.
Okay, so now as a church, as a woman leader in the church, what are you doing to curb this vice of gossip?
The only thing we are doing is to make sure that we teach our people the truth. So once somebody has the truth, the Bible tells us that when you get the truth will set you free. You know, you're free in terms of knowing that even if somebody has done something or they're having their shortcomings, you will not go behind their back and talk about them. Yeah. So the only thing you need to do is to talk to them so that they can also open up and you realize what or why are they doing whatever they are doing. Are you seeing? And again, as I was saying, gossip is some kind of insecurity. So we teach our people to have the truth, which is a lot of security for them. And so they know that there is no gain in maybe him or her, you know, talking about somebody, instead of even just praying for this person if they're having issues or they're having shortcomings that cannot be repaired. You know, we also have those people that maybe whatever is going on in their life cannot be repaired, whatever level. So the only thing that can do this is prayer for these people. So we are teaching them and we are making sure that their eyes are opened in terms of knowing what they need to do and the truth that they need to have, so that they are free from this fact of, you know, just trying to talk about somebody. And again, we just talked about being idle. You know, we are teaching them, you know, if you have nothing to do, can you even just come into the church and have some prayers, some time with the Lord? You know, you'll be occupying that time. Or can you go out and do some outreach? Get to other people, get to the prisoners, get to people in hospital, you know, so that you can occupy your idle time rather than sitting there and talking things that are not there. And again, we're also empowering them in terms of, you know, you can do some business and then some business that will really take your strength out so that you can be pouring instead of, you know, using gossiping.
Yeah, so thank you so much. Let's go for a short commercial break. Then in our second part, we'll tackle the remaining part, specifically the last part. We've not exhausted all the points. So we're going for a short commercial break. Maisha Prime Women Talk will be back soon. My name is Rida Chibet Kering, and continue engaging with us on our social media platforms. That is Facebook, Maisha Television Kenya, YouTube, Maisha Television Kenya, Instagram and Twitter at Maisha TV KE. Also, don't forget, you can send your comment on 0746 999 841. Usiende mbali.
money, you must market your business. Let's do the marketing and you get your money. Call us now. 0746 999 841. That is 0746 999 841. Or write to info@maishatv.co.ke. Just choose it, watch it, and love it.
You could take out some truly evil people.
He's stuck on the stairwell.
Guys, I got a bad idea.
Don't have bad ideas, I have good ideas.
The coffee reader should never know that you're permitted.
Don't kill me!
You in the trunk. You must get already.
It's correct, dude. You should.
This is madness, huh?
Let's try inside and check it out.
Wow. Shut big doors up all night.
Coronavirus COVID-19 is a respiratory virus spreading across the world. The infection is spread from droplets of coughing and sneezing of an infected person, touching or shaking hands, or being in contact with contaminated surfaces or objects with the virus. The signs and symptoms are fever, coughing, headache, body ache, difficulty in breathing. The disease can be prevented by regularly washing hands with soap and running water. Avoid close contact with people who have flu-like symptoms. Avoid handshake, hugs, and kissing. Also, protect yourself by covering your mouth or nose using a disposable tissue while coughing or sneezing. If you experience these symptoms and you had traveled or been in contact with a person from a country reporting COVID-19, you should isolate yourself for 14 days and seek immediate medical attention or report to the nearest health center. This message has been brought to you by the government of Kenya and its partners. For accurate information on COVID-19, dial *719# or call 719. Follow us on Twitter at @MOH_Kenya, @spokesperson GOK, @WHO.
I believe you should have something for entertainment. Yes, you should definitely spend something. I'm not saying it should be the priority, but dude, life is short. Do something with that money. It's something that you can come home, just kick your feet up like this and just press play. So yeah, settle your debts, invest in your future, and spoil yourself.
I think I would immediately put it in a money market fund as I think of what to do with that money, because I feel like I would earn more interest from that immediately. And then maybe later on, I think I would buy a shamba. Yeah.
Because every dad should play an equal role in his baby's life, Pampers is giving 8 weeks of paternity leave to their new dads, hoping to inspire others to give Kenyan dads this opportunity.
This will be the last time this will happen.
Where is this coming from? Helena, if you touch me, Helena,
Will you shut up? Dignesses are waiting for her at the church. She is no longer picking her calls. Where is she?
I don't care if you greet me or not. Look, I have come to warn you.
Olivia, I offered you a job.
My friend, I don't want to know where you came from, who you are, or wherever. I don't even want to know you. But be rest assured that I'm coming back for my woman.
Now, she's married to me. Never you call a line again.
Navaholo Technical and Vocational College, Center of Excellence in Building and Civil Engineering.
When it was this time, there are a lot of things that we anticipated from this town, especially from this town of ours, because this is the CBD, this is the center of Bungoma County.
If I said I want to be a senator, or I want to be a governor, or I want to be something, somebody else will also say it in another party. Or so if I start a party, somebody else will also go and start another party to counter me. So this is the ini game kidogo ya hapa chini. Akina Jimmy Wanjigi wanapigana na hawa jamaa wenye wanaanzisha mapati na hawa wadogo wenye wanasema wanataka kuwa president. We all know.
Wambia anatupeleka wapi?
amekuwa mbunge kwa miaka 25 anaendelea kuwa mbunge is a social parasite in our system. We can't allow that.
Wetangula and team have been in office illegally.
Nimechukua ndugu yangu Mdavadi, ndugu yangu Wetangula, nikawatengenezea chombo ya kuwawezesha wasungumze na sauti moja, wawache mambo ya Fort Kenya, wawache mambo ya ANC, wawe na sauti moja, presidential candidate awe mmoja. Wamekataa.
Me, I don't believe that politics is a dirty game. It is us who make politics. It is us human beings who make politics a dirty game.
We are seeing development in this one constituency, which is very correct with my constituency. But now, how is the dual carriageway going to help someone in Webuye East?
You know, politicians are smart guys. All the time they keep saying things to test the reaction, to test the mark.
Geze tushinde.
Now, education is always the key to success. Education is the background. Education should be the foundation. As Maisha TV, we embrace, we honor, and we value education.
Education is a way of bringing information, knowledge to our people, and that is the basic importance that we can see education doing.
We are here as solid partners to the growth of academics and career building in the nation. It is all here on your fastest growing TV station, Maisha TV, where you choose it, watch it, and love it. Kuwa Mkenya. Na ninajali matukio yanayojiri nchini Kenya na ulimwengu mzima. Natazama runinga ya Maisha ili nipate habari kamili. Naichagua, naitazama na ninaipenda. Maisha TV ni bora. Study your diploma or certificate course in fashion design and clothing technology, beauty therapy and hairdressing, among many. Our ICT department gives competitive courses guaranteeing both employment and self-employment through study of diploma in computer science, ICT, certificate in information technology, computer packages, and many more. For more information and application, hurry and contact us now on 0721 280 180 or 0726 800 561. Applications can easily be done by sending an SMS to 0721 280 180 or 0726 800 561 with your name, type of course, KCSE or KCPE main grade, postal email address, desired intake, and your ID number. Or you can write to the Principal, Bushangala TTI, PO Box 2227, code 5100, Kakamega. You can visit our website www.bushangalatechnical.ac.ke. All examinations are carried out by Kenya National Examination Council. Provision for persons with disability is also provided. Bushangala Technical Training Institute, Center of Excellence. The stage is set. The time is now. Credible news. It is prime news. Only on Maisha TV. Prepare for the beast. Informative. Authoritative. Unbiased. Maisha News.
Well, welcome back and thank you so much for staying with Maisha Prime Women Talk, where real women engage. My name is Rida Chebet Karing and I'm joined by Irene Mumbo Bushebi. And today our topic is women and gossip. You can chat with us on Facebook and YouTube, Maisha Television Kenya, Instagram and Twitter at Maisha TV KE. Also, there's a phone number there, 0746 999 841. You can send your comment, your views, or even your question concerning the show and the topic that we're talking about. So Irene, before we went for a break, I asked you about what is the church doing to curb this vice of the gossip, especially in church. Can you say that maybe the reason why there's still gossip in church is because the way we raise our children? Utanipata grow nikijua that a church huwa wana gossip na haina issue. Mama kanisa huwa wana gossip na haina issue. So sione kama ni kitu mbaya.
Yeah, and that is why I was talking about, teaching our people. And when we're talking about teaching our people, we must, like in a church setup, we must have that Sunday class, where we have the small children or these children who are coming up. And we also teach them this truth. Because, the truth is never timeless, in terms of, you can say that it is running out of time. So it is something that is here, and once you instill it into somebody, it will remain. So these children, however much they might see some of these things happening, but now the truth is what is going to set them apart, is what is going to help them to be people who are different from the generation that they are seeing, Because even if I know that this person has been doing this for the longest time, I know them doing the same, but I know that there is no benefit they've gotten from that. And deep inside me, I also know that that thing is not right. Then I have no need going there. You see, because the children will realize that this thing has really just wasted the time of our mama kanisas and these people. So the only thing we need to do is to follow the right channel, because I think with this, we can go far. You see, so that is why we're talking about, teaching even those children the truth of the word of God. And this will help them to eliminate this. I know people will be saying that, yes, we've been going to those Sunday classes and we've never seen the difference even when we were children. But I think maybe the problem has always been, how do we get this truth? Yeah, because I've just been talking about, the power of the church, the ability of the church in terms of empowering their people. So we know that there are those times when we just go to that Sunday class because it's there. But now we want to get out of the normal, thing that we've been doing, so we can go to the depth of it when we start realizing what we really need to do, rather than what has been done as religious as it has been in the longest time. So when we are coming out of that box, I think we can raise children who know that whatever their mama kanisas have been doing is not the right thing. Like there were times when these churches ambazo pengine ni za dancing and doing all this stuff was maybe what people think is the good place to be, but people have realized that, it's not just about that dancing and all that stuff. There's something much more than that, because we've seen those people who are doing this and they end up doing things that we really never imagined they could do. And so we've decided to come up with something else. What can we add on this? Because the religion thing has really, maybe, if I can say that, wasted most of us, because we're just following what other people were doing. Can we do something different, but now in the right line in terms of what is the right thing? Yeah, because we know that there are times when even the Bible was only meant for maybe the servants of God in terms of the pastor and all that. But now we are teaching the Bible to everybody, those children and every other person in whatever level that they are. Even in the church, we have those levels of, classes where we can take our children. Not just going to church, but it's a school in its own, where we teach these children or these teenagers what the truth is, and this will empower them to know, and really put the difference in terms of, these people have been doing this for like the time I've known them, but what can we do different that can be the right thing to be done.
And now let's talk about education and empowerment of women. Can these help to curb this vice of gossip? Because you'll find that empowered women and the educated one, they are busy. Akili yao iko engaged most of the time, so they don't have that time sana.
Yeah, that is what we were just mentioning, that, you know, when we talk about gossip, we are talking about people who are idle. They have nothing to do. But you know, when you are used up, hauna time. Hata mtu akikusimamisha kujaribu kuambia tu unaona, na anasema sijamuona, but you know, I'm rushing to the house, I'm so tired, nimetoka job. You know, hiyo itaishia hapo. You see, so that empowerment and education thing has really, and again, pengine ni mtu anatembelea kwa gari lake. So vile alitoka kazi ni mpaka vile atafika kwake, utapata wapi? Na hata ukienda kwake unapata pengine vile ameingia kuna vitu, she is working from home. So ukikuja hata pengine ni watoto watakwambia mami yako busy, she is in the study room doing other things. You know, how will you get? Na hata wewe ukifika pale unahukumika. She has a lot to do. So you'll give her time. So the empowerment thing for the women is the best we can do. And that is why we have to take our girl child, not forgetting the boy child anyway, to school, so that they can have their time and venture into their professions. And once they are busy there, they will not engage themselves into those other things that are not creative, or I mean that are not bringing anything to the society.
So you're saying that idleness pia inachangia na illiteracy.
Yeah, basically, because now you are talking about something you don't know, and you are talking about it as if you know. Now the only person also you can talk to about this thing that you don't know, you think you know, is somebody who is like you. Ambaye pia ajui. Sasa ukimwambia yeye anasikiliza kabisa. Lakini mtu mwenye anajua, the moment unaanza anakuambia na what are you talking about? That is not the way it's supposed to be. Umejua itaishia hapo. So once we are empowered, educated, then it means we cannot indulge into that.
And some of you have even mastered this gossip as a hobby. Hata wengine wanasema that wana gossip kutoa stress. What is your view of that?
Oh boy, that's a big one. I don't know how gossip will release you from stress. But I know,
just trying to engage in their mind, kuipeleka direction ingine asifikirie vitu inampea stress.
But akishamaliza bado atakutana nayo hapo. I don't think it's gone because you talked about somebody else. You know, it's still there. Because the moment tunamaliza na wewe, in fact ndio bado itazidi. Because vile tumeongea juu ya huyo mtu sana, na pengine tunaongea juu ya vile amejiona amefika mahali, bado inakueat na inaongeza kwa zile issues umekuwa na. So it doesn't bring a halt to your stress. So this is something that if it is a hobby to you, then I think I don't know how we can pray for you. I think we can pray for you, because if you're going to continue like this, then you're also bringing a generation that cannot, because you know, as we were saying here the other time, we're talking about women and their children, maybe in the slums where people, we idle a lot, maybe hatuna kazi, you know. So utapata watu wakiamka asubuhi pengine wanaanza kuvurutana, wameenda kuchota maji, hapo ndio penye wanaanza kuvurutana. Pengine mtu aligossip juu ya mwingine jana na wamekutania hapo kwa maji, maneno ambayo inatoka pale ndani. This is from an idle mind, you know, because tuligossip juu ya huyu, na so we have words that we can speak against that person. Kwa hivyo akikuattack kwa sababu amesikia uligossip juu yake, si umejua tulishaongea. Kwa hivyo you will talk every rubbish, and imagine children are listening. You know, so it means the generation that is also coming up because of such people is going to be the worst of the generations, you see. So that's why we are saying that if it is a hobby to you, we really pity you, because we think, and not just pitying you, I think you are a misfit in the society. Because you know, you are helping us to raise even children whom are not going to be productive in the society. So that's why I'm saying we are praying for you.
And you're talking about gossip, and maybe someone out there is wondering, what is wrong with gossiping? In shida gani? What can you say is the some of the effects of gossip?
I'll just say it's sin, the first thing. It's wrong before the Lord, and you know, anything that is wrong before the Lord, ujue Mungu wanatuhesabia kwa hiyo, and he says you'll be accountable to everything that you, every action, every utterance that you utter. So know that there's an account that has been opened somewhere, that is those things are being deposited, and once they'll be unveiled, because once you deposit kitu mahali kama utaki to receive back, so knowing that you'll receive them back. And sometimes, and that is what we're talking about here the other time as well, that you know, wakati these things are boiling back to you, even in terms of your children, I don't think you'll be happy. And again, pengine you are in your old age when you don't even need to hear these things again, and that's the time they'll be resonating in your ears because you deposited them somewhere, you see. So these are some of the things that we would want to avoid. And as you're talking about the effects of this, I know there's a lot of insecurity that comes with this, and people who are doing this, these are the people that you find that they even end up killing themselves or killing others, you know, because they are insecure and they are thinking that as they continue talking about these people, maybe the insecurity will lower, but they are, you know, they are adjusting the insecurity in a way. Now unapata nafika mahali, they cannot control themselves again. They've talked about it and there's no effect on that thing. You know, because when you're talking about somebody and this person, whatever they're saying, whatever you're saying about them is a lie, it means it's not affecting them in a way. And you're seeing them, if it is progress, they're still progressing. So, you know, the only thing that will be there is that you'll be having bitterness against them. So what will happen? You'll want to even kill them. That's where we get witchcraft, we get such things in the society. People who are even making other people, you know, act like they're animals. You know, things that are weird happening in the society simply because of this gossip. You know? And again, we have people who think they can have authority over people because they're talking ill about them. This has never happened. So one thing is for sure, that if you have information that is not true about somebody, don't talk about it. Because the moment you talk about it, it also creates a wound within you. Because, you know, it's something that you're trying to feel that if I talk about it, this person is going to be affected in a way. And then you realize they're not being affected. You know, you are being affected instead of them. Yeah, and you'll even have some diseases and sicknesses because of this. Unapata mtu sasa anakuwa na heart attack ya akiona mtu anakuja. You know, that is your problem. You've created it because of that gossip thing. So what we need to do is to really avoid this and engage yourself into something that is taking out that strength that you think you have a lot of it that is going to waste. So you can invest it in something else rather than gossiping.
And what about in marriage life?
Yeah, in marriage, yeah, if you find out a woman who is gossiping about their husband or man, then, you know, that is where the biggest problem is. Because when this man is walking out there, everybody is seeing them. And imagine most of the things that maybe she's saying are lies. Because when you talk about gossip, you're not talking about anything true. Yeah. So you find that even this marriage might not be very healthy in terms of even the relatives, because, you know, maybe the wife is saying so much lie to the relatives rather than what is true on the ground. And you find that the relatives now might be against the husband, and they start doing things that are not pleasing to the husband. And the husband looking at them would think, maybe what's wrong? I think this is not a good family. And now he might be boiling back this thing maybe to the wife, whom the wife was thinking as she's doing this, maybe she'll be getting people to come in and maybe talk about this to the husband. Then they're also not talking about it. They're only reacting to the things that are against the husband. And, you know, as this circle continues going like this, you find that this marriage will never last. So ultimately you find that there reaches a point when everything may be put out like this, you find that there are things that were not said right, and so the marriage already is in the verge of breaking, or it has already been broken, and then it is because of a lie, you see. And so those are some of the things that we don't want, because as I was saying, if there is something that you feel is against somebody, or you don't feel right about it, about somebody, then talk to that person. And that is where we are coming in, that, you know, in a marriage, there should be communication between the husband and the wife. Not talking about your husband or your wife to other people whom you think are going to help you. Nobody will, by the way, for the two people, nobody will really help you unless the two of you decide to help yourself. So that's about marriage. Marriage is always in the hands of the two people. So if it gets out of your hands, then know that the only effort that will be there to help you, maybe God intervenes. Because otherwise, men, sometimes you'd want to bring this issue to them in a very open way, but they'll use it, still make it a gossip, and use it against you. And then you'll find that you're really drifting apart rather than bringing yourselves together. So if you want yourself to stay together, then don't gossip. Talk to each other about whatever is not right.
Yeah, and now as we wind up, what is your advice to women out there, those who are gossiping, na wale ambao gossip, maybe they are planning to start gossiping?
Women, know that you are the source of so many things in the society. And if you feel like the only thing you can do is to gossip, I would rather that you go and even help those women who are out there kwa hospitali wameshindwa, pengine ni wagonjwa, hakuna mtu alikuja kumtembelea, enda umtembelee. You'll feel hata wewe ndani mwako you are rejuvenated, you know. Sometimes there are things that when we do, we feel healthier within us. Huh?
Yeah.
Or you go to the streets, even talk to the children, wale watoto. Because najua utagossip na watoto hawajui penye unatoka. Talk na wale chokora. Waongeleshe tu. You know, sometimes we pass there and then they are calling us, Mama, and then you know you are so busy. But kama wewe uko idle nyumbani, nenda huko akwambia anataka kukwambia nini. You know, you can talk to them and you know, you can bring them back to whom they are supposed to be. You know, I'm just telling you things that can help you to recover that time that you feel is a lot for you and there's nothing you can do about it. Ama kwa shamba. Or I did say, ingia kanisani, fanya maombi. Usiingie